Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie and we are back here on Warframe. I'm going to continue this week doing a couple of little videos about resource farming. And then next week we will be starting some kind of Minecraft thing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll probably go ahead and record a couple of videos on this weekend with my son. One will be on Eidolon hunting video, and I don't want to really get into like how to kill one or how to capture one, that kind of thing. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Um, I'll put it on the a link to the guides in those videos, and reading the guides is more helpful than watching somebody jump around and you not knowing what they're doing. But just going into the matches and actually knowing the basics, what you want to do and what you want to spec for going into those, and that's what I wanted to get y'all into. And then we'll probably just try to kill one and cut the video there. I'll probably try to do as many as we can during the video, but just one will show you the basics of what you guys need to do. There is certain specs that go along with that. We'll get into that in another video, though. Also, real quick, if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel. Uh, and if you subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit the notification bell, and you actually set your notification settings in the notification bell so you can get all the notifications when I have new videos out. Come check them out, see if you like them. Um, that being said, today's episode we're going to go over extractors. I do have this actually set to screen capture instead of my usual game capture one, and that's because we're going to go onto the internet because I want to show you some stats. I will also leave the link to the wiki page at the bottom. There are ads on the wiki page. They are not my ads. They belong to the website. I have no affiliation with them, so just put that out there. I have no affiliation with the site either. I just use, that's the site I use. If you know a better site, go ahead and leave it down in the comments down below. So that being said, also I'm leveling a bow, so we will be getting into Neurode farming. Neurodes are one of the rare resources in Warframe. You need them, and you only get like 1 to 3 drops per planet, and there's a bunch of different ways to do it. One of the ways to get Neurodes is actually, or any rare resource that is to actually use your extractors. Now you get so many extractors per day. There are different types of extractors. You can buy the recipe to make them in the market here. So if we go to the market and we search for okay, it's actually up there now, so I can actually type it out. So extractor here, you see that there are blueprints in here. There is the Distilling blueprint and the Titan extractor blueprint. What do those do? I will show you the difference. Now, as we went over before, this is an infinite symbol. Once you buy this recipe, you have it, and you can make as many as you want of it. You don't need to buy another recipe to get it. So, know about that. The distilling is 50,000. If we click, I don't want to buy it, but if I, yeah. So Titan's 50,000. I think that's the craft. We'll look at the prices when we go onto the actual wiki. I know it's a lot more than that. Anyway, that's the two things. And if we go in here, you'll see that you need credits, polymer bundles, and oxium to make these. And you will want more than one. I will go into that in a minute. This one is polymer bundles and ferrite. All right. And you do want both of them, and I'll tell you why. All right. So let's minimize this. And something I didn't do before the video that I always do. Let's go ahead and do that now. Yeah. Hopefully this won't mess up the video too much. And set priorities high. There we go. Okay. So this is the wiki. Ignore this ad up here. There are two different types of extractors. There is a Titan extractor, which collects for 4 hours. And then there's a distilling extractor, which has double the health and takes 8 hours to collect resources instead of 4. Alright, both of them cost 50,000 credits, see? So that was correct. I'll go over deploying them in game. I don't want to do with that. I want to go over this right here with you. So if you are MR0 to MR4, you can actually put down one drone. Alright, and the Extractors is a drone. Alright, you'll get an extra one at MR5 and another extra one at MR10, and that's the maximum amount you get from your master rank. Alright, you also get an additional drone that you can put down for founder status and one for prime access. Alright, which will give you a maximum of 5 that you can put down. Now this is what you want to look at. Alright, the resources off the planet that you put them on. If you use a Titan extractor, you're going to get 75% chance of a common resource, all right, from that planet. And you can actually go online and look on the wiki for the planet that you're looking into and see what the actual all the resources are. But there's a list in the game which I will show you, which is kind of what I go by whenever I'm looking for resources. So the common here you get 75% of the time. And then uncommon is 22, and then rare is 2%. Now the distilling reactor here, also this is the same for regular and prime versions. The distilling reactor here, as you can see, the common is 30% chance. The uncommon is 65%. So if you're looking for uncommon or a rare resource, you definitely want to use the distilling extractor rather than the Titan extractor. If there's a common resource that you're needing, more than likely there's a mission where you can get an ample supply of that without having to do much. Maybe 10-minute run, something like that. You shouldn't have to worry about this too much, but you want to keep a couple of these around just in case you need a common resource for something that you're going to build in the future. You can go ahead and put those down and get that resource on the planets that spawn them. Alright, but for uncommon and rare resources, you want to make sure that you're using the distilling reactor, especially for uncommon, so because 43% increase is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and cancel that because I don't need that anymore, and we're going to go ahead and go into the game now. So if you go to your navigation screen and hit X button, it'll bring up this screen right here. Alright, any planet, I currently, because I've unlocked arbitrations now, me and my son went last night and did most of those defense, mag, strength, talents. We did most of the missions on all the planets to unlock the arbitration for me. So we did that last night. So you can click it. Let's start at Earth here. You click on Earth here, and if we go here and scroll over this, you see how that popped up there? These are the resources that are common to Earth. Well, not common, but these are the resources on Earth. You don't know from this screen right here which ones are the rare ones and which ones aren't. Common and rare ones. You can actually look that up, I believe, on the mobile app that they have. It's a lot easier to deploy your extractors on the mobile app than it is actually in the game. So if you want to do that there, you can. You can look on the wiki for this. We want Neurodes, so this is one of the planets that has Neurodes, and we want to deploy this on here. And there we go. And now this right here will start its timer. Now, if you click retrieve before the timer goes off, you do not get anything at all. You have to wait for the entire timer to go, and then you can come back here and it'll be ready. Alright? and I'll kind of show that probably on the next video, which will be tomorrow. So I'll leave this up here. As it's on the planet, it will take damage. If you do not take it off the planet in time, it will get destroyed and you won't have it anymore. If it takes damage, just leaving it in your inventory, it'll repair over time. So you want to have more. So I can have 3 extractors down. You kind of want to have like 5 extractors, maybe 6. Yeah, let's just go with 6, and then you can switch those out if they take damage. I hardly ever get all 3 of mine that takes damage, so I do about 5. But just to be on the safe side, 6, and then you can always switch them out when they've taken damage. But you want more than what you can put on there. See how this right here is going now? Is on the timer, 100% health, 8 hours, and we're going to put all the rest of ours down. So the other place I like to go is Phobos. And Phobos has Plastoids and Morphics. So we're going to put one on here. And the other place I used to like to put one is either Mercury or Venus. But Jupiter, I believe now, has hexens that you can get from your extractors. So we want to go ahead and put that. Plus I need neurosensors. I'm always needing neurosensors. Put that down. And there we go. And that's the basics of it, right there. Once your timer goes off, when you come to this screen right here, there'll be a little icon now. Didn't used to be this way, but right now they changed it to where this is. There'll be a little icon here that says your extractors are ready. You can just click on that to get all your extractors pulled up to you. Now, we were looking for specifically. You also want to go to each of the planets and look at them to see what they drop. So, sitting here, yeah. Zoom back out. Now, I'm going to do some videos showing you where to go to get specific resources that are kind of hard to get. These will not be the best places in the world to get those. If you go online to the wiki, to the actual resource that you need, it'll give you a few places that you can choose from. The best places that I have found to do the gathering from in the mission, from like crates and stuff like that you break in the actual lockers in the thing, is extermination missions. You just kill everybody you're supposed to kill, then you can go back through the mission with your loot guy on and get all the resources that are in there. You can do sabotage also. Sabotage is another one to do, a really good one to do, because there's the extra 3. There's an extra mission in there where you have to find the 3 lockers, caches, and that takes a little bit of time though. And the problem with sabotage is you still get attacked. If on exterminate, once you kill everybody, usually a couple of enemies will spawn in, but usually you have your full run of the whole place. But like sabotage mission, they'll still spawn in and try to attack you, even though after you've completed the sabotage. So I like to do exterminates when I'm farming for resources. Online, they will suggest to you to do like 20-30 minute survival, defense, those kind of things. I can do an exterminate in 5 minutes and get resources. So unless that's like the only place to get that resource, I would do exterminates and just break all the lockers. So what we're going to do is I was just going to use my bow, but that's not conducive to what we're trying to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on, you want a secondary or a weapon with high fire rate, right? And I forgot I made the Sonic Core. I need to level that up. So we're going to use my Morodetron. I'm going to go ahead and switch the colors back. There we go. And so we're looking for Neurodes. So we're going to go And I have already looked up these places. I know where to go to get them. You want to go online and pick one of the places that they say, preferably one that's like an exterminate mission. But for Neurodes, I go to Morin. Now, we don't always get a Neuro drop on this planet, on this mission, but I usually get 1 to 3 from the planet when it drops. All right, so it doesn't always, the Neuro doesn't always drop here. Oh, stop, stop. One, we don't want to be in friend mode, and I wanted to show you guys before you do any of things. When you get extra endo, you want to come into here and you want to get the loot detector or thief's wit. If we go to loot here, this is thief's wit. I've got both of them upgraded. I will leave a link to I'll try to find a wiki page for loot radar to what it actually does. You can equip both of these if you actually want to. Am I going to need rush? I don't think I'll need rush. I'll go ahead and put them both on. One is sufficient. You don't need both of these on. So whichever one you want to run, put those on for when you're running for resources. All right, just specifically resources, and that is except for if you're having to run like void missions or a Roken derelict or something like that for the resource you need. You want your full spec on. All right, you want your full spec on for that one. But just for the purposes of farming resources on these regular planets on here, low level missions, you won't need that. So we're gonna go ahead and queue up for this. And normally I would just loot the whole entire thing, but for the purpose of the video, we're just going to go around and try to find one of the actual neuro drops. And I think I went over this a little bit in another video, but I wanted a dedicated video for farming. All right, go ahead and skip that.
There is a large
We're going to switch to the pistol. Now, the reason why we want the pistol equipped or a fast high ammo weapon, fast shooting, is because you can just run through and shoot these things as you're going, and you won't have to backtrack. Now on your minimap, you'll see that all of your loot drops in containers are actually on the map now. So yeah. There we go. And we got a container here. Really? No reason to use a cipher on that. Nothing in there. We need to take out this dude here. Now, you may not have access to the Moral Detron, but the Detron is an actual weapon that you can use. I forgot what master rank it is, but it's got basically the same stats as the Moral Detron. So you can use that until you can get this. The weapon I'm using right now actually comes from Boral Katir. So let's get down here. I hardly ever find them in this area, but it's easier just to go around and go ahead and take out all the things, so they'll be off of your screen. There is a little hidden area on this side, always in this area on this side. You can drop down in here, and there'll be lockers that you can open down here usually. So, and I can never get out of that hole without jumping. So there's one over here that I missed. There we go. Also, for these runs, make sure you have your companion equipped so he can suck up the resources for you. And that, and this one. And there's always a locker up here. Trying to get this. I'm really trying to do this within a time limit. I do find it easier to do this as you go, but you can run through and kill all the enemies first if you want. It's one of those. That noise is one of those little round balls that they throw that homes in on you. Rolls on the floor. Also, if you want ferrous ore, this is one of the places you run to get ferrous ore. You can get a bunch of it in one run. Hello. Why are you laughing? Some lighting issues. Oh, it's a broken statue. As you can see, with both those things on, that actually showed up on my map. So I will get into those on the next episode. We're going to go into endo farming. There are several locations to do that with. There we go. Now, right here, there's an actual place in here. So if you shoot this thing and shoot this thing in this specific area, there's a little entry area up here. And usually there's a bunch of lockers in here. And a chest, and then you hit this button here to go back out. Yeah. It's like some lighting issue here. Ooh, an Eximus. I should probably just put a shield up.
I will consider what
There we go.
I have learned from this skirmish.
It'll be fine.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run.
And they're
Another
dead.
successful mission. Find Extractor.
So now we can basically just worry about gathering stuff. So this is one of the places I usually find one of the neuro drops. It's not here right now, but also sometimes it's right here. Sometimes I have to go all the way to the end to find one. There we go. This is the neuro drop. It's called a necrotic mass. You shoot it. Usually you get 1 to 3. I usually get about 2. If you have a resource booster on, go ahead. If you get one from the login bonus, I would do a couple of runs on here to get extra Neurodes out of it. Yeah, there's another one. Look at that. So we got lucky today. We got 2 of them in here. As you're doing your farming, you will find things like this. You want to go ahead and scan these. I believe I've already gotten this one, but I'll go ahead and scan it just so you guys know what it looks like. So you have those little dots up there. That means I have them all already. Go ahead and take that back off. But they will show up on the map if you have a loot detector on. And I do like to clear the whole place out. Ooh, hello. My gun's special ability caused an explosion. That's what did that. In case you guys are wondering. I was gonna stop, but like, I was gonna stop the video, but I mean, make sure they didn't have any more good drops, you guys. Let's. I kind of want to show you guys the end screen here. So once you get done, just roll into that. If you have a resource booster, it'll double your drops. So, well, we got 2 off of each one, so we got 4 off of that one run for the rare resource. And it's easy mission. You can do it faster than I did it. I like to take my time. You can run through here and just annihilate everything. If you have a Warframe that has an area explosion that like destroys stuff, there's a few frames that are like that. You can run through there and just use that, and it'll break everything, and your stuff will gather. That's a lot. That's also a lot faster way to get that one. So that is how you neurofarm, and also how you use extractors. I will label these like that. I will link extractors and Neurodes down in the description down below. Also, I will try to look up and see if there's a good information page on the wiki for Loot Radar, for the actual what the actual bonus does, and if not, I don't know what to say. How much bonus you actually need, basically, to get the full benefit of it. If you know that, put it in the description down below, or not description, but the comments down below. If you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll send you notifications when I have new videos out. You guys can come check it out, see if you like it. If you do like this episode and you want to share it with your friends, tell me what you like it. There's a share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do social media. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, put it down in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. Don't forget to set your notification settings for the channel using the notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next episode.